Hey there, Pickle Peep, Melissa from The Handmade How here, and today we are going over one of my favorite ways to re-energize a Facebook group. So, tell me if this sounds at all familiar, Pickle Peep. You have a Facebook page for your business. You have a Facebook group for your business because coaches told you you needed one, and you kind of dropped the ball a bit on posting in the group because you maybe don't know what to say, or it's just like, I got the Instagram and the Facebook and the YouTube and the TikTok and the Pinterest and the Facebook group and the what? And maybe it gets a little lost. Now, I don't know. Some people like the Facebook group, that is their number one go-to place. Other people, like I will totally admit, sometimes me, where the Facebook group kind of falls by the wayside, and maybe the only content going in the Facebook group is like the stuff that I post on my page and I just share it over into the group without it being unique and interesting. And let's be honest here, if people join your Facebook group, you probably promised them something beyond what's just in the page. So it is currently about, if I don't want to lie to myself, probably about 10 days from Black Friday. I'm not looking at the exact calendar at the moment, but I know it's coming up quick. Today is Monday. Black Friday is like not this Friday, but the following Friday. So not doing that math. But sometimes it sneaks up on you. Now, I know that Black Friday should never sneak up on you. It's a calendar date. Most people who have their shit together get their stuff together in July, and they make their plan for Black Friday. And that plan is awesome, but does it build up engagement? So what we're going to talk about today is one of my favorite strategies, and I'll be running this experiment too. I'm going to show like right there, of how to boost engagement on your Facebook group so that when you drop your Black Friday sale, they see it. So like these people, your customers, your dear hearts, are going to be bombarded. They're already bombarded with all of the Black Friday deals. I see businesses that are doing Black Friday all month long. A lot of businesses are doing Black Friday 2 weeks early, then 1 week early, and it just gets crazy. So I am doing Black Friday on Black Friday. That's just me. But I guess I'm a little classic like that. I am one of those OGs, not really an OG, but I was one of those people who would get up at 4 a.m. on Black Friday and drive to the store and stand in line in the cold to be part of the rush that went through the doors. And you probably left because you're like, Melissa is crazy. It's okay. I don't really do it anymore. And honestly, not because I don't really enjoy that adrenaline rush, but because the deals at the stores have sucked. So I haven't needed anything that required running through all of that. But anyway, I digress. How do we make sure, or at least prime the odds in your favor, Pickle Peep, that your fans will see and know about your Black Friday deals without even necessarily telling them all about the Black Friday stuff? And that is through a group challenge. So that is my big secret, is group challenges. Now, I run challenges here, well, not here on YouTube, but I run the gift guide challenge, which is a 5-day challenge over on The Handmade How. That link for that will be below if you're interested in signing up and learning how to do awesome gift guides for your clients so you can knock them out pretty quick. Anyway, it's a 5-day challenge. That's besides the point. Here I'm talking about challenges for your group. So for your group, about your products or business of it, this one is really about products and e-com. I'm not necessarily doing a jewelry challenge. That wouldn't make any sense. Instead, I theme it off of who my people are. My people are the Beasties for Metals and Pieces, my jewelry brand. So we have the Badass Beastie Challenge. Now, I've started doing these in the beginning of the year, and they worked awesome. Like, they were fantastic for driving engagement. And I will totally admit that around May, I like fell off the bandwagon. I got distracted with other projects and shiny balls and all of that, and I kind of didn't keep doing the Badass Beastie Challenge. But I'm bringing it back here for November. So, because I want to re-engage my group, and this is amazing. So what the challenge is or does is you're going to have a set number of daily tasks, and then you post the prompt for it. People have to comment on the prompt that either they did it or what answer. So I'll give you some concrete examples here. The first challenge I did in January was the F You Jack Black challenge. Still near and dear to my heart, even though my fans were not like super crazy about it, because it was a challenge about doing burpees. Now, I even went to the gym and got my coach to shoot a video about all of the cheat ways to do burpees, and there are some serious cheat ways to do burpees. And it was asking for 5 burpees, and it was all inspired by the Jumanji movie, The Next Level, where there's a scene with Jack Black and burpees. If you want the story behind that, like, comment below and I'll let you know that story. But besides that, it was, I forget, that might have been like a 10-day challenge or whatnot. And even burpees. Nobody likes burpees. I do not have a fitness group. But I had the prompt every day. They had to do that. And they had to comment F You Jack Black on there on the daily post. And they had like 24 hours to do it. And I would had a ledger sheet, and I would mark on each one how many days they did the post. And at the end, I had a prize for first place and for second place. Your prizes can be whatever. You don't have to have prizes. I encourage having prizes. People do a lot of stuff for prizes, but whatever. So that was my first one, was a burpee challenge. And I forget what some of the other ones were, but I had a riddle challenge for March. So we did like an Irish themed riddle challenge. That was pretty dang awesome. I did a May the 4th challenge. That one was like meh. But the really cool thing, especially if you do it for a good number of days, so a 10-day, a 15-day, a 20-day, a 30-day kind of challenge, is that the posts start to build. So Facebook loves groups, right? Facebook is pushing groups like crazy right now. There's TV ads for Facebook groups. Obviously, they want people posting and engaging in groups. So let's give Facebook what they want, right? So what happens is you post the first one in your group, your day one, and people comment on it. Facebook's like, oh, look, engagement, because you've asked for a specific response. People have to comment to be able to enter the thing. And then the next day, those people come back on your next post and they comment again. And Facebook's gonna be like, huh, this is engaging. This is good content. So they're gonna push it out to more people who are in your group. This is the beautiful thing about groups over pages, because Facebook really doesn't push pages at all, but they push groups. So take advantage of what Facebook pushes. And day 3, and day 4, and day 5, and day 6, and day 7, and day 8, and by the time my challenges ended, beginning of the year, I was getting people that had never commented. They were group members, but they had never engaged before. And now they're entering into these competitions. So especially if you make it like monthly or quarterly or anything where it's predictable, it's really awesome. So being that Black Friday is, I decided we're going to do the November edition of the Badass Beastie Challenge. So let me walk you through what I do for these challenges, okay? To the computer! All right. So here on the computer, instead of me talking at you, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So it's November themed Thanksgiving. You can do these themed off of the months and the holidays or whatnot, but make them important to what would be important to your people. So we'll see if this works. I am doing a gratitude challenge for November. Feel free to copy me if you so wish. So what do? I start by going to handy dandy Google, and I said gratitude challenge ideas, and this all came up. So for me, I just went straight over to images. You can do this on Google, you can do this on Pinterest, any of that. And I was like, okay, who's got one that looks cool? Let's take a look at this. And I read through them and I'd be like, okay, which ones do I like? I take these over to I just have a Google sheet in here. Yep, November BBC is the Badass Beastie Challenge. And I start copying over prompts. Or if they inspire me for other things, fantastic. I'm not stealing anyone's paid stuff. It's all free on Google and Pinterest. If you don't want people borrowing your ideas, don't make them public. But then nothing ever happens, so. Anyway, I set out my calendar, how many days I needed, the 15th through the 29th, and I started grabbing these prompts. Fantastic. Next, I went over into Canva. I'll show you this one. And I could always have like this little badge kind of thing for my challenge. This is the Badass Beastie Gratitude Challenge. Hopefully I spelled everything right. And then I will include the date on it so that they are easily distinguishable in the group. They know what day the challenge, blah, blah, blah. Pretty background, not required. And I literally copy from here, copy, and paste it right on into Canva. Paste, done, save. All right, I create a whole folder that is just these images. I'm going to undo that because that wasn't that day. What does my folder look like? Here you go. So you can see I have day 15, or I organize them by dates. You can literally do day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, blah, 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 blah. But when I'm scheduling them, my brain works best in date format. So I have my 15th through the 29th, all of my posts done, and we are good to go. So from my now that I have my posts done, we're going to go over into Facebook. And now in Facebook, I can schedule all of my posts. If you would like a detailed, I have coming up for you a detailed account of how to schedule batched content. And this is definitely batched content. Now, I'm going to be honest. I believe from finding the list of gratitude stuff to getting the images all done probably took me an hour. And that's an hour because I started at 5 in the morning. I probably wasn't all the way awake yet, and I got interrupted. I couldn't finish. If I could finish everything straight through, it would have been a lot less than that. Ooh, there's one more thing we need. So let me go here. Before we go into Facebook, there is one more thing we need. But I found, so the steps here. Find prompts. When I did a riddle challenge, I went searching for riddles, and I found ones I liked, and I collected them. The burpee challenge, that one wasn't as difficult in there, but I did have the story about the F.U. Jack Black. So we have our prompts, we have our images. So that's what we use this part for, our prompts over to our images. Now below that, I have in here, this is how I do and set up my challenges. So I have Welcome to the Badass Beastie Challenge. This is the November edition. When I go into December, it'll say the December edition when I figure out what that one's going to be. So for the rest of the month, we'll be doing a daily gratitude challenge. So every day for the rest of the month, I'll be posting a prompt. Oh, this is in the morning. I do it at 12:30. Oh, well. Your job is to answer the prompt in the comments. You'll have 24 hours from the original post time to answer. After 24 hours, I'll close comments for that day. So this is important for honesty, I guess. Honors and that, because people will see and they won't realize that maybe they're looking at the prompt from 2 days ago and so they can't comment on it, all right? If you don't close comments, you'll get people entering in later, and that can just be annoying, because then if they comment on it, it's going to bump it to the top of the feed, and other people won't think it's the current one, and it's just a mess. So close comments, all right? For each prompt you answer, you'll get 1 point. At the end of the month, the person with the most points wins the challenge. And then, I have a specialty trophy necklace that nobody can buy. You can only win it. And I give them a $25 gift card to my website. And then the second place winner gets a $5 gift card. So, like, there's 2 chances to win. So people really, they go for it on here. Put in some emojis to make it colorful and fun. And now you're set to go. You have your description preset. You have all of your posts preset. So we're going to come over into the group, and these are going in the fan clan right here. And you can see this is today's post. So let me know if you guys need a video on how to schedule posts, because I do it and boom, just get it all done. Then you don't have to think about it. You only have to go in once a day to check end all of your replies. Now what I will do, so I'll show you this part too, how I track these. So once they're scheduled and everything is done, I go ahead, this is BBC November edition. I'm going to have people's name, and then I have the dates. So 11/15, 16, 17. We'll jump so you see the rest of it. And then my final one on here is total. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is just shorten down these columns, so you can shrink down columns just by double clicking on the little the divider line. There we go. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is a little bit of math to make this even easier. Not little math, but a little bit of formula stuff. So I'm going to we're going to go right here from the first day, and we're going to drag across to 1 before my total column. And we're going to come up here to functions, and we're going to make it sum. Okay, so this is going to it's going to add together all of these. Now remember, I said everyone gets 1 point per day. So say we have Susie, who enters on the first day, that day, that day, that day, and then she gets good and she finishes. You can see my total column over here tells me how many she's had. I don't have to go in and count. I don't have to manually adjust anything. It's an automatic function. Beautiful. Now, what we're going to do, and this is truly beautiful, is you click in the first one. Now, see how there's this little square at the bottom? The same thing happens in Excel if you want to do this in Excel instead of Sheets. And you see how when you hover your mouse over it, it gets this giant plus sign? Like, that's not over here. That's a regular arrow. That's an arrow. That's an arrow. Even if you click in, or I should say, any cell that you click in, you get this giant plus sign. But anyway, there is a function on this cell, and you can see it here because it says equals sum, blah, 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 blah. So what you can do is get that plus sign to show up and drag it down. Boom. And now for all of these, 1, 1, I'm going to do it random. And you can see here, as I do this, it is propagating. Now, nothing will be a 0 because I'm only going to add people on when they actually start commenting and doing the challenge. And the last thing I do in here, which doesn't have any bearing at all, is if someone enters down here on the last day, or they enter here and they do it on the last day, I will go in and gray out those days. So I'm kind of here to fill color, or I'll black them out. So say that person missed those first days, and this person missed those days, and this person missed those days. And just this way, I can't put anything in those, or I shouldn't because they're blacked out. So that person is 2, so this one would have like a 1 here, this one would have a 1 there. Maybe they did those 3 days, maybe they did the 4 days. Hopefully you get the idea. If you don't and this is confusing, just let me know. Comment below and say, Melissa, what are you talking about? Otherwise, this is how I do it, how I set it up, just to try to keep myself straight. And like I said, I only add names on and do, of course, the calendar across here when people enter the challenge. And I will do that. Remember I said closing the posts out? So I'll come in at 12:30, 12:35, 1 o'clock, whatever. Or really 12:30 because I should shut down commenting. And I'll shut down commenting on the post at 12:30 for the previous day. So like my one that went up today, I will go in tomorrow at 12:30 in the afternoon and I will turn off commenting for that post, and then I will cross-check it over here and I'll put in all of the people who entered and they all get the 1 for that day. Fantastic. The next day, so let's say these people like all filled in, they all came in that day. But say the next day we have Thomas comes in and they missed the first day, so I'm going to block out that day. But boom, so I know he can't do that one. And then I would put his 1 on that one for the next day. So hopefully that makes sense. If this part, if you're like the color coding and the blockout stuff makes no sense, then ignore it. Don't worry about it. But here we go. This is how I do it. And the really fantastic thing, Pickle Peep, is that people start going crazy. Not crazy like insanity, but they engage, they comment. People comment back to other people, if especially if it's something more than just a blank answer, or more than just a standard answer kind of thing. If like they actually have to input something, then you'll get conversations going on. And what it means is that Facebook is going to show it to more people, more of your followers. And if they're in your group, they should be a pretty prime follower to begin with. So this is a fantastic way to boost group engagement. So I wanted to give it to you before Black Friday, so you can really, if you've been slacking, no judgment, I've been slacking, you can really boost that engagement. So there we go. That is it. I will have tomorrow, if you need help scheduling out the posts and you don't know how to do that, I'm going to show you how to batch schedule. So come back tomorrow. If you want to know when that video is dropping, then I want you to sign up for our all new email list. So I know you've hit subscribe, you've subscribed, you've hit the bell, but still sometimes YouTube doesn't say, or sometimes there's a delay, or sometimes you're not on your computer or your device where you can see YouTube updates, but you just about get email everywhere. So I'll be sending out an email when I have new videos up here for you. And like cool other stuff, like that's where the templates will be when we hit the 200, and there's other surprises and really awesome things going on. So what you want to do is go to thehandmadehow.com/insider, and that will get you. These are no fluff. These are not, I'm not spamming at all. This is going to be for the YouTube updates and really cool other opportunities if they arise, but they have to be completely vetted as really cool opportunities. Okay. So that is thehandmadehow.com/insider, link below, along with all the other links that I mentioned in here. And happy challenging, Pickle Peep. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to do a challenge, what kind of challenge you're going to do. I know for December, I'm trying to figure out how to do like a Santa's sidekick challenge. I'm just not sure what would be in it yet, but I'm very excited for it. I'm super excited for things we could do with it for next year when we have more time to plan. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's it. I'll talk to you later, Pickle Peep.